I know I say this like every single video, but I am gonna try to make this a little bit, not quick, it's probably still gonna be like a 30-minute video, but I don't really know what I'm aiming towards today. I have like all of my makeup that I just want to rummage through, because it sounds nice and I enjoy just like going through my things. Let's just do that. I really don't feel like diving too much into anything. Also, like, just disclaimer, there will be like tummy grumbles. There will be shifting back from like whisper to soft spoken. I will be like touching my hair a lot. That's just the way that it is. There's also gonna be, I don't know, we'll see. If you're like along for the ride, then like here you are. I've been using this BB cream like since it, also there's gonna be a lot of chair creaking and probably cat meowing like that. My cat here. Anyways, I've been using this BB cream for like so many years. I always come back to it though because it has SPF in it. It has like SPF 30 and it's not super heavy. I really enjoy it. I get this one in the color light medium sheer tint. I also have the darker one though that I use when I am more tan though. I will say the color selection on these ones are not, like, they don't vary widely, but I really still enjoy it. This is kind of, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it new, but it is something that I've been trying and I really love the color of it. It's hard for me to find like a good blush color that I like, especially when it comes to like peachy or rosy tones. This one's almost like a baby pink rosy color. I don't know, maybe not baby pink. This is it's reading kind of hot pink on here, but in person it's lighter than, it's not as hot pink as what it's showing up on camera as. But this one's from Milani in Dolce Pink. There's the cat. Do not start fucking with shit. Do not. Dolce Pink, it's a baked powder blush, and so it kind of has a little bit of like reflective, like, not chrome, what would you call it, like iridescence. It's a lot of iridescence. I think in order for me to be comfortable, I'm gonna put my hood on. Should I put my hood on like this? This is chill, right? Yeah, that honestly feels like way cozier. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay, so that was my blush, my BB cream. My BB cream and my blush. I have another blush in here, so I actually use two blushes. I use a cream blush first, like with all of my cream products I'll use. Oh, maybe that's what I should do. Should I like go in order of like the things that I would do? Yeah, okay. So we already know the BB cream. The BB cream is the first thing that goes onto my face every morning because it does have that SPF in it. And then I also put on this concealer here I've been using, I want to say, like, I don't know how many years now, but like the past 5 times that I've gotten a concealer, I've gotten this one. This one's from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible concealer in the color Cashmere, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Cashmere. And it's just like ultra blendable, and when you first get it, it kind of smells like paint, but I don't know, I like that. I like that about it. And the texture and the finish of it reminds me a lot of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. If you're like an OG makeup person, or maybe you just happen to know of it, you know how good that concealer is. And this one is like a fraction of the price. And so I go back to it every single time. After I put on my concealer, I will put on, actually, not this. I will do my like contour. This is the NYX Wonder Stick, and you'll have to forgive the packaging. It doesn't usually, like, it's not as breakable, or it hasn't broken like this before on me, but you can kind of tell like the pieces that are missing. Anyways, it's a dual-ended contour stick highlighter thing, and it's in the color Fair, and I use this kind of like cool toned brown, go around my face, like under my cheekbones and under my chin and around my forehead, and I blend it out. I'll show you what I blend it out with. Also, things are falling apart, but that's okay. But I just wanted to warn you before I start pulling things out in pieces. Okay, where is it, bro? Like, don't even start with me. I used to have a clear bag to where I could see everything, but then I was just reminded of like how messy it can get in there, and I don't want to see that. This here is a dual-ended brush, and I don't know who it's from. Crap. I may have gotten this from Ulta. Like, you can find these everywhere. But a dual-ended brush. I wonder if that sounds nice. I don't know. You'll have to tell me. This is a dual-ended brush. One is side. I use it for the contour. It's kind of like a flat angled brush, and so, but right now it's, I just need to hot glue it or something back on, but I'll use this and I'll kind of like blend out the contour. Once I've blended out my contour, I will also contour my nose too. I use this NYX Jumbo. It's an eye pencil, like a cream eye pencil, in the shade Frappe. And that was a good lid sound, maybe. Yeah. I use this, and I go like down my nose on each side and like kind of on the tip. And while I'm doing that, I let this sit on my face. So I'll do my BB cream, my concealer, my contour. After I blend out my contour, I'll put this on. This is from ColourPop, and it's a cream blush in like a peachy tone. Yeah. My cat. It's a really nice peachy tone that I've enjoyed like all of the seasons. And you'll have to forgive me, the name has rubbed off on this one, but I'm pretty sure it was just called Peach. Anyways, I put, like, I'll swipe it onto my cheek and I'll let it sit there so it can kind of like stain while I do my nose contour, and I like blend it out. And then after I blend out my nose contour with my fingers, I blend out my blush with this. This is a newer one that I got. I've been using this one a lot lately, and I really love it. It's from Spectrum. D01 is the number on it, and it says foundation and concealer brush. I use this like dense angled flat, I guess it's not flat, it's angled, it's like a dense angled brush, and then I will blend out my blush with that. This other side I use for really good to just get like an all over like wash of color on your eyelids. After I have blended out my blush, what do? Oh yeah, I go in with powder. So the powder that I use is like one of the only like name brand expensive items that I don't feel bad about repurchasing, just because it's so much better than the rest. But feel free to let me know if you know of any like dupe or something. I'm happy to try it, but no one has come close to Laura Mercier powder. This is the translucent loose powder, and it always lasts me like a pretty long time, and I just love like how consistent the quality on it is, and it feels like I'm wearing like a blurring filter when I put it on. Anyway, so I pile this on like, and I'll use this, not this one specifically, but this one's the one that I'm using now. This one's from Real Techniques, and I'll just like really pick up the powder and like pack it all in these areas right here. Like I tend to get super oily right here, and it keeps my makeup on so long. But yeah, shade translucent, and I'll use one of these like angled powder puff things to really get like under my eye. After I powder my face, I will go in with, actually, so I have, let me orient you a little bit. So I have my bag that I carry around like in my purse. This pretty much has like everything in it. My powder does not fit in there, so I have a separate bag that goes in. This one also, well, I guess you don't really have to know that, but I just have like a couple other things in here. But basically the only things that go in here are my powder puffs. That will also come in the purse with me. Same thing with this right here. But this over here, this is just for doing my makeup at home. I don't carry everything with me, so the things that I leave behind, I leave in here. Where's that zipper? There it is. Also, I'm gonna try to do this video, like I know we're at 13 minutes right now. I don't have a lot of battery on my phone left, so I'm hoping that this is not going to be a total fail. Anyways, after I've powdered my face, I will go in with a little bit of bronzer and this random brush. I don't know. Oh, it's from Elf Flawless like powder brush. One side I use for blush, the other side I use for bronzer. So I'll like pick up some bronzer. This one's L'Oreal True Match, super blendable, and the shade medium deep. Just pick up some of this and put it on kind of like the areas that I did contour, but like a little bit more above that. And then I will go in on the blush side with that same blush that I was telling you about earlier. Oh yeah. I'm sleepy. It's Milani, the Milani kind of like hot pink one that I was telling you about. I will top my face off with this, and just my favorite thing lately to do like the cream and the powder on top to kind of set it. It makes my makeup last a whole lot longer than it did before when I was not doing that. So anyways, bronzer, blush, then I move on to my highlight. And the bless you, bless you, bless you tuna, bless you mommy. I'll go in with some highlight. I use the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl. And I also like using this. I love e.l.f. brushes, by the way. Like, they're so good. This one's the Putty Blush by e.l.f. I don't know. I don't go in like this. I just like go in like this and kind of skim the top. And then I will highlight my cheekbones and kind of go down my nose a little bit. And also like get the inner corner and like underneath the brow bone. So there's my highlight, and then I will begin on my eyes, my eyebrows actually. I've been kind of messing around with but yeah, I dyed my hair since the last time we saw each other. I bleached my hair, and I've been trying to find, or I was, going through a period of, every time that you mess with your hair, like, your makeup has to change a little bit just to, like, match the new colors going on around your face. So I was trying to find a brow pencil that was lighter than what I was using, but I didn't want anything to be too warm. I still wanted it to lean like more ashy or cool toned. This one I found and I really like it. It's the color Dark Blonde, and it's a brow pencil by L'Oreal. It's called the Brow Stylist Definer, and it's retractable, and it's dual-ended. It comes with a spoolie. It comes with like a spoolie on the side, and like I said, it's retractable. I really love the color, and I don't see myself moving on from it anytime soon. That's another thing that I feel like you don't have to spend a lot of money on, is brow products. Like, there's so many great ones at the drugstore. Okay, once I have done my brows, also, like, I don't know if I showed you this. Sorry, going back to the brows. It's like so tiny too. Like, it's like ultra thin, which is like how I've been liking doing my brows recently. Anyways, after my brows, I move on to my eyeshadow. Let me show you. I think I'm running out of battery. We're just gonna keep going until it stops, so this video might end abruptly, but I don't care. I just want to upload. The Sephora single shadows. Okay, so these, I had no idea. You can stack them. You can get individual ones and then you can stack them. The only thing that I don't like about these Sephora single shadows is that there's like a really strong locking mechanism, so it's really hard to get them open. But what I did was I just took pliers and I like snipped that part off, like kind of like pinched it off, and now it just like, it's a little bit loose, but I don't care. I'd rather it be loose than super hard to open like it was earlier. Anyways, the eyeshadow that I use is from Sephora. The color that I use kind of all over my lid, like every day wear on my lid, is the color My Dear Nude. And it looks like this. It's like I don't know what color it's reading really, but like in person it's a like cool toned taupe color that goes all over my lid and up into my crease. And then the next one is About Last Night, also by Sephora. Kind of like a very dark espresso. Very dark espresso color. And that one goes just on my lid. And what I'll do is I'll take that Spectrum, like dual-ended brush that I was telling you about, like this one. You see the shape of it. It's very dense, but it's also like thick and fluffy. Baby. Mommy. Sorry, I have the door closed right now, and Duna hates when doors are closed. I use this one right here with this dense brush and I'll like pat it, and I'll pat it like all over, like really up in here and like all up over here. And then what I'll do is I'll take a second brush. I'll take a second brush. This one is also from e.l.f. It's the eyeshadow C. Like, I don't... Eyeshadow C. Anyways, I don't know if you can read that, but C as in cat. I will take this, like, more, excuse me, this more densely packed, kind of angled brush. I will dip it in there really good and then kind of like go just right on my lid. And then once that's all packed on there, then I will use this and like blend the two colors together. And I've really been liking that. So after I put on my eyeshadow, I go in with eyeliner. Where is my eyeliner? There it is. I asked the lady at Ulta, like, what's the best eyeliner, like pencil eyeliner that will stay in the waterline, and she recommended me this one. I'd say it kind of does it way better than other ones that I've tried. I know that there are a couple of drugstore options too, but anyways, this one's from MAC, and I don't know, everything has rubbed off, but it's just black, just a black pencil liner, and I sharpen it, you know, a few times a week, and I will start by like the middle of my eye and then like drag it out. Same thing on this side, and then I'll also go like in here, like right in the inner corner, and then of course, like, oh my god, Tuna, baby, get over here. We're almost done, okay? I'm on my eyeliner. So I'll put it on my waterline too, like really into my waterline. And because I can't, like, this doesn't get super sharp. If I wanted it to be super sharp, like, I could probably do that, but I don't want to like keep wasting the product as I'm like sharpening, trying to shave it to a point. So what I do is I take this e.l.f. small smudge brush. Can you see what that looks like? Very thin, but also kind of like rounded brush. Anyways, once my eyeliner is like placed onto my eyes, I'll use this to like sharpen and kind of smudge everything out, at least on the top lid. And then at the bottom lid, I'll take this other brush. I'm pretty sure it's also e.l.f., but everything has rubbed off. I've been using this one for years, and I know that this is the e.l.f. one. They probably have the same thing. I think that their stuff is either in black or in silver now. I think silver is the new one. Anyways, you don't need to know that information. All you need to know is that I take this. It almost looks similar to this one right here. Do you see that? Except this one's like